panel discussion, 2016 Year of Robotics. Then we'll go into a summit, Smart Car Innovation Summit, co-hosted by Dream Car. We'll go into 3 last panel discussions. One is the future of artificial intelligence, AI. The second one is the next big thing in health tech. And the third is looking for the next unicorn. So we have an action-packed, jam-packed afternoon. I hope you will all learn much and stay with us for the entire time. And again, check your app on your phone. If you haven't downloaded it already, download that. You can follow everybody on WeChat, Weibo, Facebook, and Twitter. And for the most industrial news and upcoming events also. And then if you'd like to know more about our speaker and VIP guests and exhibitors more in person, of course, there's many fantastic exhibits outside. So they'll be here. If you don't get a chance today, they will be here tomorrow as well. And then at the end of the day, if you put your name or your card in the lucky drawing, we will actually have a lot of interesting fun prizes that we'll draw at the end of the day. And that is actually sponsored by Film Power. And you can leave there's a lottery box, I think it's back there, that you can leave your business card in. And so without further ado, I'd like to bring up the first Fireside Chat, which is the US-China Smart Future Summit. This chat is accelerating innovation, bridging the gap between Silicon Valley and China. And we'd like to bring up our panelists, our Fireside Chat guests. Welcome.
Okay. We're glad to be on the stage with Duncan, and we chat briefly before the session and to understand more about this, what's going on in the rocket space. So since we're already late at the beginning, so I would like to directly jump into the discussion about the rocket space. As a local VC, I know you guys are pretty famous in the ecosystem already. You guys already have lots of great companies become successful, including Uber, Spotify, and other companies. So meanwhile, we saw lots of other accelerator incubator in this ecosystem. Some of them are well established, some of them are new. So what do you think about your difference? Like, what is the difference between the rocket space and the other incubator and accelerator?
Thank you. So Rocket Space started in 2011, and right from day one, we wanted to be very focused on technology. And not just technology companies, but technology companies that had already raised one round of funding, put in this sort of quality bar. In the first 5 years, we've had 800 companies come through, 52 companies make it over 100 million in valuation, and 17 companies make it over $1 billion in valuation. And the real difference between other companies who are in the incubator accelerator space is, first off, we're a little bit later stage. So there are some fantastic incubators like the Alchemist or Y Combinator or 500 startups who are slightly earlier than us. They provide us an excellent feeder system to us. What we're trying to do at Rocket Space is help companies accelerate by removing friction. We have a large corporate business with over 120 Fortune 1000 companies, and an analyst team who are helping the startups interact with those corporates. On the startup side, it really is about being very, very focused and, unfortunately, saying no to a lot of companies. We get between 25 and 30 applications a week, and we're bringing in maybe 3 or 4 companies a month. So it's not a real estate play of just trying to fill desks. It's absolutely focused on the quality of the companies, because that builds our brand, and that enables us to provide a valuable service back to the corporates. But you're investing in companies. Do you work with accelerators here in the Valley?
Yes, yes. At the Venture Capital Forum, we work closely with Incubator Innovation Center. I think it's a pretty good resources for us to understand younger founders, to try to help them. I'm personally on board as a mentor for Microsoft, Microsoft Mentor Singularity. Hopefully, we can work in the future closely. So I think it's very important for VC to work with Incubator to help contribute to this ecosystem. And also, I'm very glad to hear that your method working on this rocket space, because for us, the pinpoint we saw is lots of the company, they got help to raise the first round of funding, but that's easy. The second round of funding is critical, but not much institution to really help them achieve that. So I think that's part of like the differentiation and also the add-on value I saw Rocket Space could bringing. And also with their cooperation resources help them to grow faster, bigger in their growth stage. So you mentioned about you have like more than hundreds of cooperation clients. So how do you normally work with them?
So there's a lot of corporations who come to the Valley to meet startups. And we think it's a very dangerous thing to do because you can waste the time of startups if the corporates aren't really engaged. We call them beauty parades. When a corporate comes and says, maybe you could show us some startups, we refuse to do that. The starting point for a corporate is they have to write a six-figure check to Rocket Space before we will engage with the corporation. This shows that they're serious and that we can work with them on specific programs so that we're not wasting the time of the startups. So it's really a consulting engagement, but it gives us great insight as a business because 40% of all the investments, we see about 2 A rounds being closed every week in Rocket Space. So we have a very high cadence of investments, mostly from venture capitalists up and down Sandhill, but also from corporates, about 40% from corporates. But more importantly, 90% of the exits are to corporates. These are corporates who get introduced to the startups, start working with them, help them grow, and then eventually acquire them. So we see it as a really valuable point, the end point for a lot of the startups.
Yeah, I think I totally agree. I think we're pretty aligned on that strategy because the way, as a venture capital firm, we also work pretty close with corporation venture. And nowadays, we saw more and more corporations start doing corporation venture, not only just the Intel Capital, Google Venture, Microsoft recently launched the Microsoft Venture. Everyone wants to get a taste of the VC industry, but how to make the most from this collaboration is critical. So for us, we also try to work with them and find a company might be a potential target for future merger acquisition, invite them to come and join the round. So I think we have our totally agree with your method and approach. And I remember I heard the news that you guys got 300 million investment from HNA Group from China. So I'm wondering, I'm curious why you choose a cooperation partner from China to work with.
So yeah, in total it's 336 million. Don't forget the last 36. It's still a lot of money. We started visiting China about two years ago, just out of